What is going on, SoFi fans? Welcome back to Trending Stocks. Today I want to give you a good overview of what the data points are truly saying and how it is appearing as though institutions are taking a step back. And again, CPI is coming out tomorrow, so a lot of eyes are going to be watching that, and that most likely will be the word of the day is just CPI. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. And without further ado, let's get right to it. So like I said, it does appear as though institutions are taking a step back, mostly just waiting for CPI. That's the only justifiable reason, but as you can tell based on the dark pool transactions, these are it. So it is fairly small. And when it comes down to the secondary market, there's only 2 transactions today. One of which is 1.38 million, the other one is 314,000. And both appear to be sales. So once again, take that how you see that. I'm not a financial advisor, I'm just listing points. You guys take that information and digest it how you see fit. Keep in mind though, bigger picture, institutions have been really increasing their position with SoFi based on the latest round of 13Fs, as you can see right here. A lot of big institutions have been increasing, such as Northern Trust, which increased it roughly about 5%, and Phoenix Holdings kind of maintain their position. But I think at the end of the day, a lot of institutions do see a lot of good upside with SoFi. They're just waiting for a little bit more validation, and validation, aka, is from CPI. So CPI right now, the forecast, you can tell based on the year over year, is 5.5. Previous was 5.7, and the month over month is showing as flat, so at 0.4. That's what the forecast is. And if this chart does hold out to be very true, then in reality there might be rate cuts in the second half of 2023, because as this chart does show, it compares the year over year 3 and 6 months for the CPI that's been coming out, and the 3 and 6 month chart does show it's just gone down considerably. So basically to looks like 2020 or 2021 level. So I think at the end of the day, that's very optimistic. And this is where a lot of optimism based on what's happening right here is because of. And of course, if they do cut rates in 2023, or at least the second half of 2023, a lot of growth stocks, such as even SoFi, that was completely slaughtered in 2022, is just going to go up so fast. So once again, if CPI does in fact show and come in at either 5.5 or potentially even lower, then this is where the market's just going to completely rally, and you may not see the $6 range ever again. So that's just my own interpretation of that. I'll give you a quick update on shorts, but as I always say, I don't like to really say that they're going to squeeze, because most likely SoFi will never squeeze, but I like to use it as a good benchmark. So right now, short score is 62, utilization is 54%, so that's gone down quite a lot. And as far as what shorts are doing, they are in fact returning 319,000 shares. So this is why I like to use this as a good benchmark. Clearly, they are very scared about holding into CPI tomorrow. So that's just how I interpret that, at least. Short interest, which is a percentage of the free float, is 8.87%. But moving on from all of this fun jazz, looking at the technicals. So the technicals for the most part are looking fairly good. It was very much overbought, and now it's a little bit more neutral at 54. Momentum, surprisingly enough, number of retail investors are still holding strong. And if you do compare that with a lot of other growth stocks, their retail just got out. Basically around the same time period. So SoFi investors at least know that they have something good, so that's definitely pretty positive. RSI is currently at 61, and on the actual chart though, it is still well above all the critical moving averages. But it was actually about to test that central Bollinger Band, but it did kind of revert back. So in general, I think this is why I do feel that most likely effective tomorrow after the CPI comes out, you may not see the $6 range ever again. So this might be a little bit more of a bold statement, but let me know your thoughts on that in the comments below. As well, let me know your thoughts on SoFi, and if you see it going higher, where you see things going, as well what you've been doing. So give yourself a shout out in the comments. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up and subscribe. I always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships, link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.